But nowadays we have these schemes where offices are coming up. They ask you to invest so much in a month and that they'll give you rental income. I feel that is a little bit of a scam.
इन्वेस्टमेंट मेनली इसलिए जरूरी है बिकॉज इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ प्रॉफिट हो रहा है लॉस हो रहा है, आपको सीखने बहुत मिलता है इस एज में। तो जितना आप सीखोगे उतना आप कैपिटलाइज कर पाओगे आगे चल के।
शायद 1000 रुपए खोदोगे, 1500 2000 रुपए खोदोगे। This is the time where you have the appetite to go and actually experience the market, figure out what is going to work, what is not going to work for you.
I feel crypto is not a point where I can invest in it because there is no proper regulation for it.
In social media, you search for finance pages, it doesn't leave you there. For the next 3-4 days, it keeps bombarding you, keep giving the same post. So seeing that, it creates a site of anxiety that you're missing out on something.
भाई पीएस कहाँ लगाऊं?
भाई थ्री पिन लगा ले।
भाई टोस्टर।
भाई थ्री पिन। भाई
जुगाड़ हर जगह नहीं चलता। अपने स्टॉक्स को शॉक से बचाओ। ट्रेडिंग सीखना है तो स्टॉक ग्रो पे आओ।
Do young college-going Indians actually believe in investing? No, seriously. The number of demat accounts in India, although crossed the 15 crore mark in March this year, a lot of analysts and investors believe that young Indians tend to lose their interest after a few weeks. So, is investing for young college-going students just a hobby, just a fear of missing out, or do they have actual interests? More so, what are their opinions on tools like crypto, real estate, gold, mutual funds? My name is Abhinav Trivedi, ladies and gentlemen, and you're watching Mint's Alt View in association with Stock Grow. And today, we are at Jain University, Bangalore. Let's go and ask these basic questions about finance to future job seekers and future entrepreneurs. Let's go. Okay, hello CMIs. Hello. How are you guys? Good. Afternoon? Yes. Or good afternoon? Good afternoon. Okay. Now, guys, my name is Abhinav. I'm from Mint. Today we shall be talking about investments. Whether you like investments or you don't like investments, what is it you don't like, what is it you like. But before I start, I'll introduce my guests. I've got two guests today. You want to introduce yourself, please?
Hi guys, my name is Ajay Lakhotia. I'm the founder and CEO of Stock Grow. This is one of the platforms which teaches you how to trade and invest in stock market.
Okay, Ajay, ma'am.
I'm Professor Manita from CMS Business School.
Okay. Which is the dumbest investment you guys have made ever? And when I say dumbest, it can start from your school days.
Invested in this Tanishq gold thing where you spend 5k each month and at the end of 11 months they give you 50,000. There was no difference between spending 5,000 every month and having a lump sum of 50. There was no
increment, so you got the same.
Exactly.
Okay.
Without any proper knowledge in options, I traded in Bank Nifty options on the basis of free Telegram channel calls.
Without knowing anything, I just put in Shiba Inu, the crypto. Everyone was doing, so I did it and I lost so much money there.
And what prompted you to invest like crypto? Did you get that information from somewhere?
Yeah, all were talking, the friends and the news. I thought, so I'll also invest, shall I have money?
So you got influenced in a way?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dumbest investments, yeah.
During COVID, after COVID, Elon Musk took Dogecoin. He announced that he will take the Dogecoin to moon. So I purchased Dogecoin. That time it was 3 rupees. After purchasing, it went to paisas. So I lost about 3,000 in that.
Exit poll.
Exit poll. How's that?
Option trading.
Option trading. अच्छा तो कैसे? What prompted you to invest?
All the news and reports were saying that it might go very high. So I took an option trade, did not do my analysis and went wrong.
Having some excess money in my demat account, so without analyzing and without research, I just put in a random stock, and that was from oil and refinery, and it went down. As I put my money, it just goes down.
So you basically purchase stock like a sabzi.
Yeah.
What prompts you to take an investment decision?
So at that time, you have a few friends who are really well knowledge in this, and you see them talking about, I made so much profits in a day, this is my returns. You just you get instigated by doing that, but that's not the case. You need to have proper knowledge, right?
So a friend, peer pressure and friend, is that a valid reason?
I have a question for him. How did you figure out your friend is really smart? Did you check his portfolio?
this portfolio. They were elder to me, and they were already into. They were MBA graduates, so I blindly trusted on them.
Actually, in Telegram channels, they used to give one call, and later they used to tell that it has reached this much. It has reached this much gains. On seeing that, I was influenced to trade in that based on their calls. That was a mistake I have done.
Okay. Do you guys ever have fear of missing out on investments? Huh? And what prompts that fear of missing out? I mean, why do you feel that fear of missing out, that I'll get left behind? Does that happen with you guys?
More of influencers who make us feel like we have like fear of missing out on something huge, like we have lost hundreds of crores or something if we are not investing currently. So I feel there's a huge gap between actually educating and being an influencer. So the recent influencers are making us feel like we are missing out something big.
Sometimes when we see others like they're doing so well, now why can't we be like him? So that thing automatically triggers us. Like
पहला रीजन तो इन्फ्लुएंसर्स है.
Okay.
वो लोग दिखाते हैं कि इतना इतना बढ़ गया है, लाखों में दिखाते हैं, बट उनको ये नहीं दिखता है कि वो लॉट साइज इतना ले रहे हैं. वो लोग का कैपिटल करोड़ों में है, तो उसकी वजह से रिटेलर को लगता है या फिर नॉर्मल पब्लिक को लगता है कि हम लोग मिस आउट कर रहे हैं, इतना इतना चला गया, तो उसकी वजह से फोमो क्रिएट हो जाता है.
Okay.
Thing I would say is AI also. So
AI.
if you go to any social media, you search for finance pages, it doesn't leave you there. For the next 3-4 days, it keeps bombarding you, keep giving the same post. So seeing that, it creates a site of anxiety that you're missing out on something. And if you're really weak, you actually fall for that trap and you invest in some really bad investments and you lose money.
पैंडेमिक के टाइम तो हमें पता ही है कि स्टॉक्स की वैल्यू कितनी नीचे गए थे, तो अभी लगता है अरे यार उस टाइम इन्वेस्ट कर दिए होते तो कितना अच्छा रहता, तो वो एक रीजन.
Okay, now let me reframe this before I come to my guests. Did you ever feel, instead of fear of missing out, a sukoon of missing out? अच्छा हुआ invest नहीं किया. Huh? Felt so good that I did not invest or did not fall.
I'm not earning right now, so it's better not to waste my parents' money because I have to do my education, etc. So it's better I am not doing some investment. I will do when I will start earning.
जब LIC का IPO announce कर दिया था, it was a big mahal, like it was very viral. Everyone was subscribing to it, and on the after the IPO was rolled out, I felt like good that I didn't fall for this trap.
I felt sukoon of missing out when my friends were talking about their bitcoins and Dogecoins that they invested in, and then later I felt happy that I didn't get peer pressured into getting into the crypto market at that time.
Fair point.
पहले मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है सबसे, right? Guys, did you ever feel कि मेरा एक क्लास मिस हो गया, ये लेसन मिस हो गया, there's a fear of missing out कि I've missed this and I have to go and learn it? कभी ऐसा हुआ है? Really? मेरे साथ कभी नहीं हुआ.
They're studious, they're laborious students.
Okay, so 90% of the people invest in market with this whole thought कि यार कुछ मिस हो रहा है, बाकी लोग पैसे बना रहे हैं. What no one does is no one actually goes and validates कि किसी ने पैसे सच में बनाए हैं या नहीं बनाए. No one looks at someone's portfolio, उससे check नहीं करते, पूछते नहीं है. And now, right, पहले it was driven by media, it was driven by the TV and newspaper, but now it's all driven by social media. Everyone here spends at least 2-3 hours or probably more on social media, and they go back saying, यार वो कर रहा है, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. Interestingly, with millennials, I also figured out the ambition of a lot of folks is मैं बड़ा होके influencer बनूंगा. Do you guys want to do this? Content बनाना है, influencer बनना है?
Who wants to be Madhuri Dixit when they grow up?
But guys, you have to get real about stock market, about investment, not go by what others are saying, but figure out what is going to work for you. Everyone's risk appetite is very different, right? Because all of you come from a different family, different background, different wealth, right? And your risk appetite is always going to be different from each other. So you have to figure out, मैं क्या करूँ, not कि वो क्या कर रहा है.
Yeah, I would say that sukoon of missing out should teach them patience. Should teach them lessons that yes, these are the mistakes we are not going to repeat or kind of do it at all. So that's
okay. And fear of missing out is absolutely okay.
Fear of missing out, I think sukoon of missing out should teach them that fear of missing out really should not bother them too much.
How many of you feel that investment in any option like equities, mutual funds, gold, real estate, वगैरह is good at your age when you are students, when you don't have an active income?
we would want to make money before we start working. We would feel like, okay, we can make prior money before we go into a corporate job. So I feel like it's a better option.
With the market giving us options like SIP, right, where you can start off with 500, you can that is like the least amount you can take out from your pocket money. And it also teaches you, if you're doing any mistake also, you have a good time to come back and grow better. So it teaches you, and it is also not a greater amount that you're losing out on.
So we are able to manage our expenses when we know that this much amount is been put into investment. Only the balance amount we have to put in our expenses. We know how to manage our expenses. Impulsive expenses are reduced. We can go only with normal expenses and not spend too much in luxury or whatever stuff.
Sir, अभी investment mainly इसलिए ज़रूरी है because irrespective of profit हो रहा है loss हो रहा है, आपको सीखने बहुत मिलता है इस एज में. तो जितना आप सीखोगे उतना आप capitalize कर पाओगे आगे चल के, और फिर आप बाद में आपको experiences काम आएंगे कि मैंने उस एज में इतनी जल्दी सब सीख लिया था, तो अभी मैं capitalize कर पा रहा हूँ.
There have been many opinions on both the sides. I mean, of course, social media tells them to invest. Influencers tell them to invest. But there's a different side which is also a very safe and I would say a justified point that it can be a distraction too.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है कि it's distraction unless any of you are addicted traders, investors कि सुबह 9:30 बजे स्क्रीन खोल के बैठना और देखना क्या हो रहा है. Till the time you don't get there, it's always good. I heard some of the guys saying SIPs are good, some of the guys saying हम ऐसे disciplined investments कर रहे होंगे. Guys, understand, you are very young right now. This is the point of time where you can take maximum risk. That is, अगर आपने खो भी दिए, शायद 1000 रुपए खो दोगे, 1500, 2000 रुपए खो दोगे. This is the time where you have the appetite to go and actually experience the market, figure out what is gonna work, what is not gonna work for you. You don't do it when you go and invest lakhs of rupees out there and then figure out यार पैसे खो गए, right? So whoever is thinking gold, SIPs, do you know what is the gold return annually in last 10 years? How much? Right?
7%.
Which is equal to a fixed deposit. Why would you invest in gold? Right? SIPs, people who have done SIPs, you know maths. Averages don't work. It doesn't give you it doesn't give you exciting returns, right? So if you keep averaging your returns, कहीं 10 रुपए बने और आप फिर 1 रुपए पे ले आओगे, right? You will not make returns. So SIPs are not gonna give you amazingly high returns. You should understand this, right? This is a point of time where you should experience markets, take that risk, and figure out what is gonna work for you.
How many of you are comfortable with a loan? Like, do you consider loan to be a liability, or do you consider loan to be a bridge or enabler to push you to achieve your dreams? And when I say loan, I am also talking about credit cards.
पहली बात तो ये है कि हमारे पास क्रेडिट स्कोर नहीं है. सो व्हेन वी टेक लोन, हमारे पास क्रेडिट स्कोर बढ़ता है, और जब हम अगली बार लोन के लिए जाते हैं तो इंटरेस्ट रेट कम होता है. वो एक चीज़. और सेकेंड चीज़, जब हम कुछ सीख जाते हैं, हमारे पास फंड्स नहीं होते हैं. सो लोन इज़ द ओनली थिंग दैट कैन हेल्प अस टू एक्सपैंड आवर लर्निंग.
Until sir, we utilize those loans to invest in something and gain more return than the interest rate. It's helpful to grow.
Wait, this guy is saying that you should take loan to invest. Is that how many of you consider that to be a good sound investment strategy? I mean, debt ka money to invest. How many of you consider to be no? You don't. Why don't you?
Because there's a liability if in case the investment goes in loss. So we might go bankrupt or something like that.
Okay.
लोन से मतलब इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, बट देन यू शुड आल्सो बी स्मार्ट इनफ कहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करना है.
Recently there's something people talking about carry trade, where people take money for zero interest rate and then they put it. So if I'm getting an opportunity like that, then definitely I would do it, because I have some secure financial investment products where I might not lose my principal also.
I don't believe that taking a loan for investing something is a good idea, because loan itself is already a liability, and the investment is also a risk. So you're taking two liabilities at the same time, and then if it doesn't go in the way, then you have to bear the losses.
Guys, I am always a proponent of taking loan for investment, and I'll explain you why. When you are thinking investment, you are not thinking business, right? When you are investing, you can be investing in business, which includes the kind of trades that you take. From a trade perspective, let's take a very easy example. Have you all heard of arbitrage trading? Right? So when there's an arbitrage trade, you have a sure shot return that you know that it is going to come. Say if it is 1% a month, right? You're making 12% a year. for 12% a year, if you are getting money at 8%, that is 8% में अगर आपको loan मिल रहा है, what is your return on that? No, it's 50%, right? 8% is your cost of capital, 12% is your return. Your return is 50% on the cost of capital, so it's a very good investment. On the other side, right? If you are investing in your business, and if your business, say you are a trader, you are probably trading paper. It gives you 2% return a month, whatever volumes you are trading. You generate 24% return a year. Even if you borrow at 12%, right, you are still making a lot of money on it. Do you understand? So whenever you take a loan, it is enabling you to grow your business. You can't create so much of money in your account, but if you know how to grow your business with loan, you should definitely be going for it.
Investing, yes. Careful investing and in a disciplined manner. But on the other hand, as you asked about the buying of automobiles or home loans, that I would say no, because that would become a big trap for them.
Which is your favorite investment tool and why? I'll come to you. Yeah.
My favorite investment tool is mutual funds because there will be less risk in it because I'm investing in various kinds of stocks, like whether it is bond, gold or anything. So my portfolio will stay balanced, and even if I get low return, it will not affect too much.
I would like to invest in gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it is highly liquid and especially digital. I would go with a digital one because I
you
can
mean
easily...
ETF, gold ETFs?
Yeah.
So I'll go for real estates because with the government, with at present with the infrastructure development, recently a lot of appreciation in real estate. So if I start it now, there are higher chances I get a more returns of at least 10 to 15%, I assume. For my real estate compared to other.
I would say mutual funds for sure because I'm currently investing in that. So I don't need to break my head in choosing up the stocks or doing any math because I know a very good, very reputed fund manager is there doing all the things for me. All I'll get is the benefit of compounding. I just need to be a good regular investor and be it real estate, gold, anything, be it any gold, silver, I'll get everything in my mutual fund.
Index fund.
Index fund.
Yeah. As like we are on the way for a 5 trillion economy by 2030. So I think that is a better investment. Once India grows, our stock equity will also grow.
Also go with equity. As said, we are in a young age and we are capable of taking risk. All we have to do is invest some time. Time is equals to money. So we invest time and we get money more out
equity,
of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, from not an investment, but as a trader, I would love to trade in currencies because it has less volatility. It is open 24/7. So that is a good thing and I've also learned it. So that suits me.
I'd like to invest in government bonds, sir, because...
Government bonds?
हाँ, sir. Government, उससे बेहतर security कहीं भी नहीं मिलेगी.
I would like to invest in debt funds.
Debt funds?
Yeah, because it has a comparatively low risk than equity.
Now from favorite investment tool, let me dive down to the most hated investment tool. You hate it. FD, why?
Okay. So it's a reason because nowadays it's not most of the people don't invest in it and everybody wants now higher returns.
Apartments for renting out is also a kind of
apartments from renting out.
For renting out is also a waste investment.
So real estate is a waste investment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One second. Why do you think so?
So only apartments, not land, I'm telling, because the expenses are more on like the expenses which you incur on renting out is more than the rent which coming in. So that scenario is for in India, but not in abroad.
So saying liability is bigger than asset. Okay.
Cryptocurrency.
Why?
Because if you think about it, if you take a dive into it, you realize it's actually basically a Ponzi scheme, and it's fundamentally flawed.
Okay.
Because anything that's into existence should have been a part of our life right now.
So I added to the point. I feel crypto is not a point where I can invest in it because there is no proper regulation for it. It is very complex for my understanding because since I have no understanding, I can't just go and invest. And there are high chances I may lose out the money because out of every 10 people, only 1% gain money out of it.
Insurance. Yeah. Why?
Yeah, insurance is basically for a coverage of death or life or medicals, etc. What we are going to get after we go.
So that's why you hate it.
Only one small piece of advice probably. Insurance not to be treated as an investment. it is a must to have protection, भले जिंदगी के साथ या जिंदगी के बाद, for the loved ones.
I heard some very good views out there, and I really appreciate the thought of having a regulator and institutionalized products. That is, अगर कोई regulator एक product को देख रहा है, आपको पता है कि वो किसी ने उसको vet किया है, उनको पता है कि अगर इसमें कुछ गलत हो सकता है, उसको कैसे solve करेंगे. अगर institutionalized product है, इसका मतलब ये है कि banks या NBFC या someone who is sitting out there is actually selling something which they have also cross-checked, verified and are standing behind that with a trust. ये दो चीज़ें बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसके बाहर अगर आप किसी भी प्रोडक्ट में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, it's super risky, but yeah, welcome to take the risk.
Students of Jain University are opinionated when it comes to investment choices. Which investment is better and which is not, that's a debate for a different day. But as of now, this is all from this episode of Alt View, ladies and gentlemen. I, along with my team, shall see you in another college with another subject. Till then, Shab Bakhair, bye-bye.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge. I pledge. I pledge to learn about stock market. To start my SIP.
To track my finances.
To build an emergency fund.
To get insured.
To make informed trade decisions. To prioritize investing.
I pledge to be financially free.